think we're live. Welcome back, everyone. I don't know how much are you guys watching, but we can actually continue our game programming pattern journey. And let me turn the music a little bit low. Yeah, volume should be down a little bit. I cannot hear my own voice. The volume was too loud. The sounds. So yeah, I finished actually this one. The command patterns, yeah, it's working fine. Like as you can see, undo is working fine, redo is working fine, but I don't know why the clear function is not working right now. So let's see. For the clear function, let's actually see what's happening behind the scene, and let's actually try to fix it first, and then we can move on to the uh, next command patterns. And for basic understanding, I would say mm, if we couldn't fix it right now, I'll probably fix it later on. But for right now, we have to move in next command pattern as soon as possible. So command manager, I think it's over here somewhere. Yep, it's over here. Undo DOS here. Okay, let me try once. 1, 2, 3, clear, redo, undo, redo. Oh, let me just think once. 1, 2, 3, undo, redo, clear, undo. Oh, the clear function is not for the clearing of the color. It is actually for the to clear the stack, whatever we have stack in undo and redo function. It won't be going through. I mean, it won't be working after I clear everything. The stack will be empty. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the thing which is going in the behind. So let me write it over here. Oh, this should be fine. And let me explain it over here. Function. Stack. Let me discuss it. Explanation. This is fine. Do you really want to change the color as well? Let me try. Let me think. Oh, no. This is the color management. It's not right here. It's over here. So I want to change the color of the to the default. Yes. Control X. Font color. I'm sorry. Come on. Here we go. Let's try once. If we okay, clear. Okay, it is not working. And I just non-static field. Mm, let's try. Yep. You know what? Leave it. It's going to be a hassle because if I actually did this, it's going to be a problem. Let's just split this. Can we actually no, leave it. It's going to break. Something crazy happened. Leave it. Let's see if it's working or not. There's some error. Okay. It's working, and then we can move on as we have decided. So this was I was actually learning some distance vector routing over here. This is like Java. I've been learning that as well today. This is actually the algorithm for the distance vector routing of networking, computer networks. So let's just there we go. History, three tabs, restore window, course. Let's leave it over here. Good. Yep, this was the thing. So undo and redo. The final example is the most well-known use of command pattern, of course. Um, yeah, we have to do this. We have done this in Unity, but yeah, let's do it in C++ as he actually telling us to do. Yeah, there will be some comments as well because all these codes are like mostly like a pseudo code or something. Or maybe this is on some engine or something. I really don't know, but yeah, let's try to implement it. Let me just duplicate it once and put it over here. So yeah, let's continue. Let me just clear my RAM once. Yeah, we need to do that. Yep, let's continue. The final example is the most well-known use of this command pattern. If a command object can do things, it's a small step for it to be able to undo them. Yeah. Undo is used in some strategy games where you can roll back moves that you didn't like chess. We have to, there is actually an undo method as well in chess, I think. No, if you move one player in chess, can you roll back? Mm, you can actually see. mm, you can actually rewind it, but I don't think you can roll back in chess. No, you cannot roll back your own move in chess. But yeah, you can rewind it and look like where you have done the mistakes. So, uh, it's a debugger in tools that people use to create games. The surest way to make your game designer hate you is giving them a level editor that can't undo the fat fingered mistakes. Level editor to undo mistakes. Oh, okay. So if I am making some changes in the this one over here, what's the name of this asset? I forgot. Test mesh? No. Mm, yeah, Unity Pro Builder. So if you try to create a cube, and if you want to create like this, you can actually see like, yeah, you can create a cube over here, and in the y-axis, oh my god, is it flipped or what? Why the y-axis axis local? Oh my god, that's why. Okay, now it's perfectly fine. So let me create a cube over here, and let's see if someone in the editor is actually trying to like undo the system. I can just make some changes over here, like let's make some changes and like this, and let's extract it over here like this one. And like I want to make an undo changes. I don't want it. So I'll just press Control plus Z and it will undo, right? Undo my work. And if I want to redo my work, I'll just press Control Shift and Z. Oh, it's not this redo key for the Unity. Let me see. Like this, like this, like this, and yep, undo is working. I don't know why redo is not working, but yeah, that's the thing about the undo function. So this is why the designer will be maybe angry at you because you didn't actually feature the undo and redo functions in your tools what they are actually desire, because you are going to make tools for them, right? That they can interact with your code using those tools. Like over here, we have this tool. Like this is all functions. Even in Unity, this is all function, and it is a modular code over here. Like if I want to interact with it, I can just do this and Control plus Z. Yep, the undo function is actually working over here. If I click this by mistake and I don't know what's happening, I'll just press Control plus Z and everything will be back to its previous stack position. So yeah, I think the undo function is like pretty complicated, but yeah, it's pretty useful. And after learning command pattern, undo function is not something very hard to make. So yeah, let's move forward. The surest way to make your game designer hate you is giving them a level editor that can't undo their fat finger mistakes. Without the command pattern, implementing undo is surprisingly hard, for real. With it, it's piece of cake. Let's say we are making a single player turn-based game. Yep. And we want to let user undo moves so they can focus more on strategy and less on guesswork. For real, if we are making something like a strategy based games where you can take every steps, I'll actually make an undo key for the user to like he can actually rewind his steps, so he doesn't have to focus on guesswork, and he can more focus on strategy as well. Wait. We are conveniently already using commands to abstract input handling. Yep. So every move that player makes is already encapsulated in them. For example, moving a unit may look like class. He created a class move unit command, which is inherited by a public command. Public, okay, move unit command, unit point, created and pointed to variable unit. What is unit actually? Unit. It is actually a pointer, but what type it is? Or whatever. So int x value, int y value, whatever axis he's moving, the x and y axis of the player, the position actually. So he created a virtual function, execute, and he actually assigned unit to move to x and y. Yep. So the player will actually move some unit in x and y coordinate. So he is actually telling that private unit pointer unit, okay, into x and y. So yeah, note, this is a little different from previous commands. in this last example, we want to abstract the command from the actor that is modified. Okay, unit is declared over here. In the last example, we want to abstract the command from the actor that is modified. Sorry. In this case, we specifically want to bind it to the unit being moved. And instead of this command isn't just a move something operation that you could use in a bunch of contexts. It's a specific concert move in the game sequence of turns. Yeah, I can see that. So if I want to undo the previous move, I can actually. Okay, I got it. So if we are actually assigning unit to x and y coordinate, but if we actually want to go to the previous state, like previous strategy of the player, we can actually subtract the uh, previous unit of x and y coordinates, so we will be the previous positions. Yeah, so he's telling that this this highlights a variation in how the command patterns get implemented. In some cases, like our first couple of examples, a command is a reusable object that represents a thing that can be done. Our earlier input handler handles on a single command object and called its execute method anytime the right button was pressed. Okay, so anytime the right button is pressed. Oh, the black is actually darker. Yep, redo here. And now the undo and redo is not working. So I can make an button as well, like where I can assign clear function, so the color will be clear as well. Yeah, we'll do that. We can actually do that. Yep, we can do that. Invoke once. When you click a button, it will only invoke once. Here the commands are more specific. They represent a thing that can be done at a specific point of time. That means that the input handling code will be creating an instant of every time the player chooses to move something like. So he created a pointer. Well, what is this? He created a function input handle input of pointer to command. Damn. Let me try to write it actually. It's basically a little bit complicated. So let me try to write it. Not on Unity. I'm not gonna write it on Unity. I'm probably gonna write it on VS Code in C++. Game design patterns. Yep. Command patterns. What is this one? This one was direction of actor CPP. Why not change the name? Control C. renewing command pattern. Yep, this will be fine. Game. Let's actually, mm, we need, what is this one? Command patterns. Okay. Okay. We can actually copy, paste, and rename it as undo. Cp command, undo, redo, clear state command pattern. Is really working over here. Let me see. F5. Yep, the relief is actually working. Let me write. Also, I want to rename it. As the folder name, rename it over here. So this is actually fine. Jump and everything is so. Let's actually delete these sections. We don't need these right now. Int main. Yep, we don't need this right now. So let's create a class move unit command, which is actually inherited by public command. So yep, let's make a class. Oops, sorry. Class. Oh my God. No, I don't want this. Move. That was actually snippet. I've added it, which is inherited by public command. Move it to here. Like Control F. Yep. So we have to make a function. Is it a function? Public. No, it's a constructor. It's not a function. Unit. have made a variable of type vector 2. Uh, mm, for pointer to be. Hmm. Should I make it a global variable? Let me see. What is unit? Which is assigned to x and y dash, which is assigned to y. And then we are going to look at this integer, like you cannot fit. Yeah, this is working. Unit vector pointer unit. Damn. Non-static member on base class of class move unit. Okay, I have not declared it right now. virtual void. Let's make private unit. I really don't know what is the type unit. That's why I'm making comments. Because this type is like, I really don't know which language he's using. So make a integer x, comma, y, y dash. Now it's declared over here. Okay. So now we have to make an input handler class. Let's make excuse me. Okay, it's fine. And now we have to declare this. Command pointer. Which is we have to declare this one. Void. Nope. It's not void. It's command pointer. Okay. Is it fine? Yep, it is fine. So let's make this unit pointer to unit equal to get select unit if is pressed up e underscore w int dest int destination y equal to unit y minus one. This line of code. It's not valid because I haven't doing it right. I can actually if one later. So this will return also this one's be return new new unit command unit comma unit which is referred to x comma dest y destination y if key down this key down that we use this key down key s e s express ing test y equal to unit which is reference to y function plus 1 return new unit x x function dash y yep this will be fine and at the end of day return no in the command function this will be execute this is the yep 0 and we also have to create an undo function virtual void only execute now undo which is equal to 0. Let's make it on Unity after this. Let's try to implement it on Unity. Or we can do it tomorrow, like Unity, this one. So yeah, let's continue. Now that we added some more static to the class, now we added some more state to the class. When a unit moves, it forgets where it used to be. If we want to able to undo that move, we have to remember the unit previous position themselves, which was x before and y before do. To let the player undo a move, we keep around the last command they executed. When they bang on Control Z, we call the command undo method. If they already undo, then it become redo. And we execute that command again. Supporting multiple levels of undo isn't much hard. Instead of remembering last command, we keep a list of command and references to current one. When the player executes a command, we appeared it to the list and point current at it. This is the current one. Okay, we have executed this command, this command, this command, this command, this command, this command. And we have actually moved to this position with undo functions. So this will be current and this will be undo for this and this will be redo for this, and we have moved in this position. So this will be the current and this will be undo and this will be redo for him. This is a stack. Stack, yep, it is upside down. Stack is always formed like this. So yeah, this is stack. When the player choose undo, we undo the current command and move the current pointer back. When they choose redo, we advance the pointer and then execute that command. If they choose a new command after undoing some, everything in the last after the current command is discard. The first time I implemented this in a level editor, I feel like a genius. You know what? Can we do it on Unity? Yep, we can do that. So this is the scene. And let's try to move these blocks. Can I attach a script on this? Let's try to do this and let's see if it's what. Undo, undo, undo. Okay. So let's attach a script. Let's make commit first. I'm sorry. So let's make a script. We just have to make a script right now first. Which will be a mono behavior. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's create a variation of XX float. Clear displacement X and Y. We only want to move it on X coordinate and Y coordinate, or Y and Z. It's better for Y and Z. So let's create the variable reason variable mx float layer date y. Let's make it public. And functions. Let me see something. Input.get GitHub. So Let's test it out. Yep, this is working. 5, 5. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. Yep, this is fine. We have actually made a script which is moving. Yep, this is fine. minus. This is 3 minus. Let's see. Yep, this is working fine. I can control it with my keyboard. So we have made a movement system over here. So this was working fine. This is actually working fine. And now we have to make something like that. I'll actually see how I can implement, how I can do the command. We have already done the command pattern over here, so we don't have to make it again and again. I can just use these redo and undo cell to. Okay. Okay, guys, I think this is it for today. I'll do it tomorrow then. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you for today.